Welcome to the patio. Today we're going to tell you about, I guess she is the favorite politician of the patio, Tulsi Gabbard, and how she's leaving the Democratic Party. PayPal's playing games with us. And, they're apologizing for it, but it still doesn't change, what occurred. And we're going to start out tonight. Fortenberry, tell us about how your night went.
First of all, let me start off by saying my angel baby turned 5 today.
As angel hand baby?
No, watch it. That's my angel baby. My angel baby turned 5 today. Little Millie is 5 years old today.
Happy birthday, Millie. We love you, Millie.
Happy birthday, Matilda Jane.
Matilda Jane.
Happy birthday.
So we had Mac had a baseball game today, and we went over and started getting ready to start the game up. And
now this is how old's Mac?
Mac is 7, so this is coach pitch.
Coach pitch.
Rec ball. And
yep.
We are told that we need to thin our dugout out from adults because we have issues.
Well, now, Jamie, you can't have 11 adults in a dugout.
It was 11 kids. 11 kids. Problem was that we have got a reputation of being trouble starters.
No.
Yeah, I know. So we had to thin out, leave the dugout, and have less people. So, we did it. But I will say this. Our boys got a good win today. They beat Sean's team.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a good win.
Wow. So you spent the game outside of the fence?
I have never witnessed a game not on the field.
Kind of nice, isn't it?
It was nice, actually. I enjoyed it. I've coached everything he's ever done, so I've been enjoying this.
So when you're not with us from the patio, you're a troublemaker at a 7-year-old athletic event is basically what you're telling me.
Big time trouble.
Everybody knows me well enough to know I sometimes run my mouth when I shouldn't.
It's not the first time. He was the same way when we played adult league softball.
Yeah,
definitely. A lot of good stories there.
Look, I can retire and play shuffleboard. And
now, there's one specific story I've heard about many times.
We're going to go there.
We're going to go there.
We're going to go there. Let's go there. Let's hear about this.
So one time,
what year is this?
Many years ago.
This was 13 years ago.
14
years ago. Yeah. Maddie Grace was a tiny little thing. She was a newborn.
Let's set the stage. We're playing our rivals.
Yes,
Jacob Langley, yes, I said it. They use shaved bats. He finally admitted.
Look, if you can act a fool at a 7-year-old baseball game, surely adult softball is not outside your realm of possibilities.
There was a issue that I disagree with the umpire.
It was a bad call.
It was a bad call.
So what call was it? What was the call?
I think Jamie got called out of the plate. He thought it was
no. I was on second base.
Were you as swift then as you are now?
Yeah, I was a little swifter then, not much. Okay. So
it didn't jump any higher either.
The official looks at me and says, "I can throw you out of this game."
That's what the umpire said.
Well, what'd you do to get thrown out the game?
Well, what I did was I said, "And you can also suck my balls."
Yeah. Tell him what you said next. It was so funny.
That's what I just said.
I know. Tell him again.
And chaos ensued.
It wasn't like he whispered it. It was like I was playing shortstop and I could hear it from shortstop. So everybody out there heard it.
The umpire wanted to fight Jamie.
Were you not on the same team?
I was playing shortstop. We were in the field.
What position were you playing?
I think
that was second.
He was at second.
So how did you upset the umpire from second? I thought you were running home.
No, he was walking in, and I think there was a call at the plate or something occurred.
I think we were batting.
I think we was batting too.
Yeah, we were batting because I was standing right there.
When y'all figure out your story, we can tell the whole story.
I was standing right there because I just scored. You came in. I think you got called out.
Yeah, but point being, I told the umpire.
That's kind of the way I've heard this.
I really think you got threw out after I came in.
Well, either way, I told the umpire he could suck my balls. And
what did the umpire say?
Oh, he was ready to go.
He did throw him out after that, though.
He did throw me out. I mean, they had to get the commissioner over there.
He threw you out of the ballpark?
They threw me out of the game. They had to get commissioner over there to get everything solved because he was on the parking lot and fight.
Everybody was
laughing.
I embarrassed him to no end. That's why I got a jacket.
I may have been coaching third.
Look,
maybe that's what
I've
I was doing
officiated
at the time.
quite a few games of various things, and even if an 8-year-old said you can suck my balls, I'd probably kick him out. But man, I'd be rolling laughing. Okay.
Well, granted, I wasn't 8; I was 28.
But that's almost funnier. Right?
It was.
It was hilarious.
You gotta have a sense of humor. Why are people so uptight? Dang.
Oh man, yeah. So that was the last time I played softball, actually.
So let's get back to tonight's game. So why were you the one selected to leave dugout? Everybody knew you were the troublemaker?
It wasn't just me. That we had me and another guy. We left. So
you didn't tell anybody to suck on him, did you?
No.
You should have told him.
So me and another dad left, so we could get the numbers where they wanted them. To avoid any issues. But I did I didn't go quietly into the night. I let them know.
Jamie's like, yeah, me and 6 of the dads left so we could get the numbers where they wanted them.
Everybody knows
Jamie. That brought it down to 14.
Well, let's be honest though. If you're in the dugout with 13, 6, 7, 8-year-olds, they need quite a few people in there.
I'll tell you this: I've coached that many 6, 7-year-olds, and I'm glad to leave one parent in there to deal with all of them. And I'm gonna go coach third.
One parent can't. I agree, but if you got 4 coaches, is that too many?
Maybe.
If they're all
well in coach pitch, you got a guy on first, guy on second, guy on the mound. So you can let the kids run wild in the dugout.
You gotta have 4. So how many let you have?
Well, they said 3, then they finally said no, 4 is the right number.
Wow. All right.
But we got sorted out, and we won the game.
But what if all 4 are habitual line steppers like you, Jamie? So.
Am I a habitual line?
Yeah.
Habitual line stepper.
Yeah,
that's a good name.
We should make a like a Sandlot type style shirt, but it says that on it.
Hey guys, look, I'm about to change subject, but first, where you gonna be at Friday? Where you gonna be at Friday?
I'm gonna be at the hometown showdown.
The hometown showdown.
The big game.
And we know where Donnie's gonna be. He's gonna be taking
Big. I'm gonna be at the Bigfoot Festival.
Big feet.
But the rest of us will be at a hometown showdown. Marion, Arkansas. Marion Patriots taking on the West Memphis Blue Devils.
The Blue Devils.
Come out. We'll be walking around out there. Come out and find us. A couple of us will have shirts on, probably that say "Live from the Patio."
Probably.
Show enough.
And then we're going to change into our special game time T-shirts.
We're also using that time as my 20-year reunion too. So,
like your 20-year class reunion.
Yeah, my 20-year class reunion.
So, does your class have a tent?
I don't know. We're supposed to pregame. We're supposed to pregame.
Let's go with golf and let him try to convince them that we were foreign exchange students and talk with an accent.
All right. Well, half of them know Jamie, I think.
T, where are you from, man? If you're a foreign exchange student,
I'm from Nova Scotia. I'm from the Great Wall of Canada. The Great Wall of Canada.
Great Wall of Canada.
In Nova Scotia. Great. Yeah. There's
Nova Scotia is in Canada, but I was
thinking for a second.
Yeah.
But, so who's going to win that game? So
before we get too off subject, I'm going to the Bigfoot Festival, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's up around Knoxville. So I also found out I may get to go to the Tennessee-Alabama game.
Oh, cool.
Cool.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm not a fan of either.
No, but
I definitely have
2 ranked teams, though.
Chance,
that's
right?
the
like,
best
that's
game this weekend.
Game. Yeah. I mean, I'm
and
probably
look,
going to be able to go.
I've been to a couple games. I mentioned this before, Neyland Stadium, and it's a great place for a football game.
I've never been to Neyland Stadium.
You know, you probably got to pull for Tennessee. But
he's been kneeling.
Why do you have to pull for Tennessee?
Jamie been kneeling other places.
I pull for Alabama, but only because I'm married into an Alabama family.
I pull for Alabama because I hate Tennessee.
But who do you hate more? LSU number 1.
If I go to the Tennessee
game,
man, I will tell you all this. This is how I hold a grudge for a long time. Remember the Sternover?
Yes. Remember
those that don't know, Clint Stoner set the ball down the 5-yard line,
which should have been down.
It should have been down.
It shouldn't have been a fumble.
And that ended the season for us. We were 7-0.
That's actually the year Tennessee won the national title.
Yep.
They should have called that the Sternover turnover.
Well, that's what it's called, a Sternover. At the end of when that game ended, they were interviewing Philip Fulmer. And Philip Fulmer's response was, "I was never concerned. The game was never in doubt."
Never.
And from that moment on, I watched all the games just so I could see if he'd have an aneurysm on the sidelines.
All right, look,
I want to watch it happen.
Oh, so Danny, my wife's uncle, has season tickets to the game.
How many has he got?
I don't know.
If he got 8, I know about 3 more of us that might come over.
I don't know how many he has, but it's probably several. The stipulation is I had to wear Tennessee orange. So he gonna take me shopping. I'm going, man. I'm gonna root for Tennessee to beat Alabama from there. Why not? It'll be fun.
Just go and cover yourself in mustard. How about that?
All right. So look,
Jamie, maybe if the camera goes on me, I'll wear a hog shirt under it, and then I'll rip the Tennessee shirt.
That'd be cool.
That would be cool. Okay.
I think we dress Hoggo in some Patriot gear and do a Patriot pregame with Hoggo. And try to get the kids to follow us on TikTok.
I like it.
I like it too.
I like that.
Hoggo could.
I might have like a little Patriot hat he could put on or something like that. We'd have to do it next day or so.
Yeah.
All right. So we've talked about Jamie's shenanigans this evening, about his shenanigans as a younger softball player. He should teach Mac to do that, right? When a ref calls the bag.
I don't think I'm going to have to teach him. I got a feeling he knows.
I got a feeling he knows.
I think it'll be all natural.
So I've got some news for you guys today, though. This is a lady we talk about a lot. Matter of fact, you could dare say Fortenberry has a crush on this lady.
Who is it?
This
Charlie.
would be the. Is it safe to say she may be our favorite politician? Is she the politician of the Life in the Patio? Tulsi Gabbard.
So did she renounce her
Renounce.
Democratic
quit,
state?
She quit the Democratic
She called
Party.
them something, I believe.
She
Called
called
them
quite a
an
few things.
elitist
Elitist, that's what it
cabal
was.
of
That's what it was.
warmongers.
Makes sense.
Wow.
That's pretty bold
Wow.
right there.
They are warmongers. Who would ever thought the GOP would be the party of peace and
Former-
I know, yeah.
Okay, so she was former Hawaii Congresswoman and 2020 presidential hopeful said that party is dominated by those espousing cowardly wokeness.
Cowardly wokeness.
But you know, she's not the only one. There are a lot of Democrats that are really starting, even not just the congressmen or the politicians, but even the Democrats on the grassroots, the ground floor people, just the normal people. They're becoming tired of the wokeness, of the climate change agenda.
Well,
Look,
because that's the extreme side, right?
Yeah, it's
Like,
the
I mean,
extreme
the
side.
normal Democratic side's not extreme like that.
and I know, you know, there's extremes on both sides.
Yeah,
Everybody,
yeah.
everybody knows that.
100%.
It just
But-
right now that it seems the extreme
Well-
on the left side is sort of like what's going off right now.
Well, I think it may. It's you know, this is the view of somebody from the right side, but I think there's less extremism in the right, and I know that's not what the narrative is being preached.
No.
But I think there's less extremism in the right compared to the left. I think the right for a whole is kind of like us, a little more middle, a little more moderate. We have a few views that lean at, you know, far one way or the other, but for the most part, we're moderate.
Yeah.
And people are getting tired of extremes.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm not with the extreme right whatsoever.
No,
I don't support.
No, like I got
support
some
them.
things
No.
like I support. Like I want my guns.
Yeah, no, that's not extreme though.
No, it's not extreme. Like I
I'm up for a boogaloo, but
a boogaloo.
But I'm not a boogaloo boy. I mean, if it happened, I just, you know, roll with it. But
You
I am
roll
not
with
looking for it.
If a van pulled up and he said, "Don't ask any questions, get in," you just get in probably.
yeah, he said,
Probably so.
"Where's the candy? I got some
Yeah.
candy. Where's the candy?"
They'd be like, "Here, you guys got snacks."
I'll tell you another interesting. I don't want to say battlefield, but that's kind of what we're getting to at this point. Another conflict that's inside the left that I've seen a lot. And y'all know I watch TikTok a lot. You know, edit that so it sounds.
You
don't
watch
sound like
what?
TikTok.
TikTok?
I watch a lot of TikTok and you
Yeah,
know,
you
Instagram.
are the most expert on TikTok I've ever seen.
So one thing I've seen coming up a lot, and is really interesting to me because I'm definitely on the outside of this. So, you know, I'm just kind of a spectator. There is a struggle inside the LGBTQ plus. Did I leave one out?
Yeah, but who knows
Okay.
what that is?
The gays against groomers.
I heard about this
Yeah.
this morning.
Groomers.
Yes.
Like what kind of groomers?
Like grooming, like the
Kids.
Yeah, there's a group of there's a group
okay.
of there's an organization inside the gay community who is pushing back against children going to drag shows, against the
Or the
So-
sexualization
so
of kids.
essentially-
sexualization.
There's a group of gay people that believe at some point you'll find out on your own.
Yes.
that you're
Yeah.
gay and
So,
nobody needs to
but
push
the
you there.
world, the concern is that soon MAP gets added to that list of letters.
Well, like I saw a guy today. Well, let's see. I'm not going to pretend. I'm not being insulting. I don't know what it was. And I say that is, I don't know if it was a guy who's transitioning one way, girl transitioning one way. I was confused, and that's just the truth. But the comment was, you know, I've removed my breast. I'm sterile. I'm this, and now we're trying to convince children who are 11, 12, 13 years old to do the same thing, and we shouldn't do that. And it's interesting to see from the outside looking in the struggle that community's having.
Did you guys see the TikTok I sent you last
Also,
night?
today's
It surprised
come
me.
out today, too.
Yeah, I knew that.
What came out today?
The what?
Today's
Today's
coming out
today.
today.
I come out as a fat
today?
man. I know you're surprised by that, but I come out
Shocker.
as a fat
Look.
Caucasian,
There you go.
middle-aged
For the
man.
mountains of
Jamie.
Caucasus.
Jamie, congratulations. I'm proud of you. I'm proud
I
of
haven't
you.
came out yet.
I still got love for you, man.
Yeah, today is National.
You know,
Come
there
Out.
is that one time.
I think that's That's a story for another time.
Yes. Story.
We hadn't told that story yet.
I thought we did.
I think we have not told that story.
When we were practicing, right?
Yeah.
But shoot, we're still practicing.
Let's save
we'll
that.
We'll do this just like we do real life. We will tell the story about 35 times a week.
Okay, so Tulsi Gabbard.
Everybody will laugh every time.
Tulsi, if you're listening, we support your move away from Democratic Party. We think that you'd make a fine president to represent the middle of America.
I hope she runs independent. Please run independent.
Well,
do you think she'll get the votes as an independent?
I think her and DeSantis win.
I think so too.
Did
we not call that before?
We said her and
Candace Owens.
No, we did say Candace Owens.
That's an all-female ticket too. Ooh.
I'd vote for both of them right now.
Adding to the Candace Owens and Yeezy thing, have you seen Yeezy and the? He's hardcore pro-life,
but he's also like anti-Semitic. Now that's what threw me off. I don't get that.
He's also kind of losing his mind.
He's going crazy.
Look, he was married to a Kardashian. They had like 16 kids or something, and
not a lot of good things happen to people who are married to Kardashians. I'm going to say that right now.
True.
Yeah. Whatever happened to Lamar Odom?
Crack.
What happened to the dude on the Wheaties box?
What happened to that?
Well, no, he's actually conservative, thinking about running for governor of California. Would that not be wild that a transsexual conservative wins an election? Would that not be like just blow people's minds?
Dude, I see some blue-haired chick.
Y'all are talking about what's his face? The Kardashian. What's his name?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
What's the Kardashian guy's name?
I'm talking about
Jenner.
Yeah, I just realized. I was like, who's he talking about?
Caitlyn Jenner.
Yeah. He ran for. He was the Goober. What is it?
Gubernatorial.
No,
he doesn't have a goober anymore.
That's a bad joke. That's a good joke, but a bad joke. Not anymore.
Not anymore. He lost.
But have you guys listened to his political stance?
Oh yeah, he's conservative.
Oh, yeah.
I'd vote for him.
And like one thing
or she's conservative.
Well, one thing I respect about her is like his son still call him dad.
Oh yeah,
and he said, "Well, their entire life I've been their dad. Why would I change that? Yeah, why would I change that?"
He's realistic. Look, he waited a long time. Now, if you're that age and you decide to go through with that, look, you tried, buddy.
Look, man,
you gave it your all.
Look, dude was an athlete.
But he's not actually. Doesn't he like women though?
I think so. Yeah,
I think so.
Does that make him a lesbian?
Yeah, I guess it is.
So he's not homosexual.
It's like a brain hurt.
So I think it makes him a lesbian.
All I can think of is the scene from Mr. Mackey.
Mr. Mackey.
What?
When Miss Mackey, when he becomes a woman.
Oh, what was the name of the club he kept going to?
We're not talking about South Park.
Lesbos.
Are y'all talking about South Park?
Yeah.
You're going
to kill Gary.
So look, you don't remember that? So he got his sex change, and he came back, and Mr. Slave didn't want to mess with him because he's a woman. And he said, "You're gay, Mr. Slave."
But no, I mean, she states that she's never been attracted to men. This isn't a homosexuality thing. It's just a gender dysphoria thing.
It's what he feels like he should be.
I got no problem with Caitlyn Jenner.
We'll have no problem with adults doing that.
No, because
no problem.
They did all they could, and they decided. But what we have a problem with, I have a problem with, is children who are making those decisions, and at a time they don't even know what they want to be tomorrow.
If they don't want you to buy a gun until you're 21,
there's a reason.
Then you shouldn't be able to have
that
you
stuff.
You can't drive a car to 16.
You can't drink till you're 21. You can't do anything. You can't even die for your country till you're 18.
Well, there's like a trend of a push of parents that like it's almost like a status symbol for that parent.
Yep.
To have
I would say it's a cool thing.
Right?
Yeah,
it's the cool thing right now for parents.
Yep.
And that's like we all have kids. That's messed up, man.
And I'll tell you what I think about a lot too is all these girls out there who were tomboys growing up, and what if there's a tomboy who like my wife was a tomboy apparently. I mean, she played sports. She ran around with boys. She rode four-wheelers and stuff.
She's still scared.
Well, she's still basically married a woman. That's about
a woman with a beard. The bearded lady.
So she goes, "I've never been attracted to women, only bearded women."
But there's a lot of girls out there that could make a really poor choice if it had been offered.
I mean, I'm not a doctor, but
You're not?
I'm not a doctor.
You're not a doctor?
I'm not a doctor, guys. I want to say this right now.
I'm glad you told
I
me
thought
that
you were
now.
Dr. Scott.
So all these times with rubber gloves and stuff, it was just you was tricking me.
I wish you turn your head and cough.
Yeah.
I was just seeing what happened.
I thought I'd get a prostate exam by a professional.
I wish you were a doctor. I'd mooch off you all the time.
No, I'm not a doctor, but I just don't see. I don't see it.
Gary, are you a doctor?
I'm not.
Okay, is that not one of your like alter egos? You guys have never met us as alter egos.
I got multiple alter egos.
So Gary has an alter ego that's Gary Poppins.
So can I? Be
No, he's got multiple alter egos.
I do.
So
His alter egos have alter egos.
Since I'm an ordained minister, can I be like some preachers that just call themselves doctor?
Yeah.
No.
Well, look, all I got.
Those guys have PhDs.
I gotta
Not
warn
all
you
of them,
guys. I gotta warn you guys though. We're probably in trouble with the things we just talked about because that could be considered misinformation. You know what happens when PayPal decides that you've been providing misinformation?
Yeah, tell me that story because I didn't read all that.
Look, everything we say is probably misinformation because we don't have a clue what we're talking about. We just shoot from the hip, right?
So it came out that it was a letter out to the users of PayPal, which probably most people are. I've been a user of PayPal
for
20 plus years probably. But they've come out and they said this is what their current statement is. PayPal is not fining people for misinformation. This language was never intended to be inserted in our policy. We're sorry for the confusion. So basically, the policy stated, let me look up the exact policy.
what did they do?
They made a statement out there about their policy. From my understanding, it said if you put any misinformation out there that we deem as misinformation, you'll be fined $2,500.
Yeah, but who's to judge what misinformation is?
Who are they fining? They're going to have a hard time finding me $2,500. They're going to have to find $2,500 to fine me $2,500.
Well, from my understanding, to have PayPal, you have to have it linked to your bank account.
Yeah, but
I got bad news for them.
Yeah.
they gonna get about $250.
Yeah,
And that's on payday. On payday, they get $350.
PayPal will compensate. Hey, can you put the rest in your account?
We feel that you have violated our Misinformation Act. Could you add about $2,400 more to your account so we can?
I'll have to do GoFundMe so I can pay PayPal.
Do a GoFundMe.
But yeah, that was a morbid overreach right there.
Morbid?
Morbid. That's a morbid
overreach.
That's an odd way to phrase overreach.
It was morbid.
Speaking of morbid, who's all is decorated for Halloween? I have.
Decorated what?
Anything.
Your house?
Oh, my wife did already.
Are we trick or treating like
Jamie.
Halloween night?
I still got our pumpkin out from last year, so that
Heck
counts.
yeah, that
Hey,
counts.
hey, anybody listening? Kyle may hate me, but I'm gonna invite everybody listening to our podcast to his.
I thought you were going to
Halloween
invite them all to. Oh, that's what I was going to
that's what I
say.
meant. So
Everybody going to this podcast.
Kyle-
We're going to have a live podcast.
All right, so look,
at Kyle's
on
house.
Saturday evening, the 29th
29th.
of October, there's a Halloween party at our good friend Kyle's. He's been on the podcast before when Donnie was out of town.
He's real quiet.
He's having a party, Halloween party. If you'd like to go, you need to hit us up on TikTok or YouTube, or just hit us up on lifeinthepatio.com. Let us know you want to come, and you're more than welcome. We'll give you the address. We're going to do karaoke. We're going to maybe even do a live recording.
I got you one better. Y'all go to Facebook, find us on Facebook, and put on there what y'all think we should wear.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I'll wear whatever you want me to
and
wear.
whoever puts Jabba the Hutt can go to hell for me. They can go to hell. I'm just saying.
Or what do you want Hago to wear? You know?
Oh, Hago. If you don't know who, we're not going to introduce Hago to the podcast yet.
Nope.
You need to go, if you're curious about Hago, go find us on TikTok, Life from the Patio. I'm Life from the Patio.BigT on TikTok.
Gosh.
Okay, and I'm going to be live on the patio, Gary.
Gary, and you be
Gary.
Life from Patio.DW.
D-Dub.
All right,
Yeah,
so
change your name.
I got to change my name from G Poppins, whatever.
Yeah, change it to Life from the Patio. Then when they search Life
Okay.
from the Patio, it'll be 5 options. And reshare everything we post.
How do you reshare?
I don't have any
Oh,
friends.
my gosh. No wonder we're not getting many followers. We can't even get followers from our participants.
Hey, I just started following us on YouTube.
Next thing.
So who
So
saw
for a hot take,
Biden wears his pants backwards?
So for
Oh,
a
I
hot,
saw that. His pockets were popping.
So did you guys see the TikTok I sent you last night?
Yes, I saw it.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
With Jon Stewart, Leslie Rutledge, I think maybe is her name.
Yeah, it is.
But anyway, he was really attacking this lady because the state of Arkansas has passed a law in the Arkansas Senate to prevent doctors providing gender confirming
drugs.
Drugs.
Giving kids drugs.
Hormones and whatnot.
Yeah, puberty blockers and all that. And I will start off with, I am a Jon Stewart fan. He has some really good points. I believe he is on the wrong side of this one.
Well, everybody's open to their opinion, but I agree with you, Jamie. I think he's on the wrong side as well.
Okay, so let's talk about it from the left side. Okay, so here's an article: Why Jon Stewart's humiliation of an anti-trans official is so important.
I didn't think he humiliated her though.
I didn't either, and I think
No.
it depends on which side you're on is where you get the message from. So the right has it in for transgender people.
No.
That's what this article said. John interviewed Leslie Rutledge, the Arkansas Attorney General, about why her state banned gender-affirming care for minors, ignoring the guidelines of major medical organizations and taking the decision out of parents' hands. Look, there is raising a kid's difficult.
It was tough.
It's tough because you worry about every decision you make.
Yep.
And the impact it has on the kid, not necessarily tomorrow, but 20 some odd years from now. It's tough to be authoritarian. It's tough to be hard on the kids because they are exposed to things that we never even had available to us.
I'm glad we didn't have
Jamie would
Facebook.
be in jail
Jamie
if
would
we
be in
had
jail if he had
social media and
no doubt.
smartphones. There is no doubt.
Well, I would.
You wouldn't be-
I'll be honest with y'all. So like,
Jamie would be life on
At
death
what
row.
age? Let's do an over/under. At what age would Jamie be in jail at if we had social media? growing up?
23.
No.
18.
I'd say 18 immediately when
Nah.
you get an adult.
Yeah. When he hit adult, and that would be
Then
it.
they could charge him as an
My-
adult. Yeah.
Well, we're not
Look.
going to have the
My boy Jamie's kind
Potential-
of sly. He slipped a couple times. 23.
18.
18.
I got faith in him. I'm like,
got
18.
faith
The
in you,
day
brother.
he became an adult, the police would not knock on the door.
They'd have knocked on my door.
Yeah, they'd be like, "Hey, is you Jamie? Are you Jamie?
Jamie, I'd have been like, nah, he ain't here.
that's my boy
I got
right
you,
there.
man.
And then Diane be like, "Oh yes, he is. He's back there laying underneath the bed, Jamie."
Nah, my mama surprise you. She'd be like, Jamie who?
I never met a Jamie.
But then Jamie
Never
would have
met
got
Jamie.
beat with a spatula.
Then she'd make me lasagna.
Or
Wasetti.
Wasetti.
She's one of the best cooks of all.
Wasetti. I need
Maybe
some
Wasetti.
Wasetti in my
I'm gonna,
life.
I'm gonna tell you
Wasetti.
what, Donnie. Your mom's
Wasetti.
your mom's one of the best cooks of all time, but she burned every biscuit she ever made in
Every
her life.
biscuit.
Every biscuit.
No
I swear.
way.
I guarantee it.
So look, my mom can cook like Southern food.
oh
That's
yeah,
it.
no doubt.
Yeah, that's it.
But she burns the biscuits.
You know
Just
who
burn
cooks
the
the
biscuit.
hell out of some fried chicken?
Who's that?
Your stepbrother, Barry Blake, can cook
Oh.
the hell out of some fried chicken.
Well, he ain't
Yes.
got no toes in his
It
diabetic.
don't matter. That dude can cook a mean fried chicken, just like my mama's fried chicken.
Listen,
I
when we
kid
were
you
in
not.
high school, we'd come to my house after school and before basketball practice, and Barry would cook fried bologna shirtless in my kitchen. My mom would come home from work and be like,
Hey,
"What are y'all doing?"
you a brave dude. Fry anything shirtless. All right,
I'd be popping on him,
Dude.
complaining
All
the
right,
whole time.
first off, this guy's like 6'5", 300-something pounds.
With
He's
three toes.
6'5",
6'4", easy.
3.
He's 6'4".
Yeah, I think he's 6'4".
Okay,
Yeah,
He's
6'4".
tall.
He's tall.
He's a
I'm
big
sorry
boy.
for saying 6'5". Oh my god.
Well, we got Big T and Big B.
Yeah.
And Big
We
B
need
is
to bring
taller
Big B
than
down.
Big T.
I didn't
Oh,
talk
Big
to Big
B'd be
B.
a trip on the
He'd
Oh,
be
yes,
a
he
trip,
would.
wouldn't he?
He's very
Well,
honest.
we got to streamline this. We're really getting way out.
No. This is the best part of the show. All right, so what's that got to do with Leslie Rutledge and Jon Stewart?
I know, yeah,
I
we
don't
gotta- we
know.
gotta-
I don't
Jamie
know where
on
we're going with
curfew.
it.
What's your take on the Jon Stewart Leslie
like,
Rutledge interview?
I like Jon Stewart. If you believe his stance, he makes good points, but it's about protecting children, and I don't see how you can be okay with drugging children, stopping puberty. I can't wrap my mind around it.
Okay, can we agree how this is where we got off the subject? So being a parent's difficult.
Oh yeah,
You only want to do what's right for your child. So if your child came to you and they're crying and they're like, I'm being bullied at school, I have these feelings for someone else, what do you tell the child?
well, about which part? The feelings for somebody else.
but my whole life now revolves around the fact that I'm a female, but I identify as a male.
Oh, okay. Then you go to counseling.
And what kind of counseling? You take them to the priest?
No. I don't think it's a religious thing. I think you go.
Yeah.
But because there is a mental issue. You can't solve a mental problem with a physical.
But does
fix.
that term alone not bring such a negative vibe to it? When you say there's a mental issue.
But would you? I mean, I'm worried about my child's health, not
Yeah,
necessarily.
but would you tell your child that they have a mental issue?
No. That's just us talking. No, it would say, let's go talk to some people.
So all right, here's a question.
But you have to be supportive.
I'm playing a little bit of devil's.
No, yeah,
devil's. Is it a mental issue or a physical chemical imbalance?
It could
type
be
thing?
either. But the point is,
I mean, one could cause the other,
But would a
How do
chemical
you
imbalance
handle
be
it?
a mental issue?
or is
You
it
know-
or is it simply a choice?
But
maybe.
but the only thing you ever hear is, oh, that kid went to dad and dad said, shut up. You're a girl. What the hell's wrong with you? You can't do that. And that's not right either. Now.
I don't think
that is not correct.
I don't see any of us here doing that whatsoever.
Well, that's right if you want to ruin your relationship with your kids.
Well, yeah.
If that's what you're shooting for, yeah.
Nah, I mean,
But you have to, first of all, you have to have that type of relationship with your child where they'll come tell you those things, those difficult things.
Well,
and they can't be fearful necessarily of the repercussions.
I'll say this too, though. A lot of people act like, now, I have no experience with the LGBT community, but a lot of people act like it's 1985 again. And that's not the case.
I know anybody who looks at that and go, oh, that's terrible, whatever. I know a few people probably like that, okay? But that's not how I feel, and most of the people in my circle feel. We could have a gay friend. Who cares?
So I went to a Christian college at one point, and I had several friends from there that ended, like, pretty good friends, right? They ended up being gay. One of them ended up transitioning to a woman. He decided at one point to transition to his woman. His wife wasn't comfortable with that, and she divorced him. Yeah. But now she is
his wife, or she is him?
No, him.
Okay.
She now is successful. Got good things going for her. Happy. And then his wife is also remarried, got 2 kids, happy. So they went their separate ways. It didn't work out. I'm sure that was a terribly tough time for both of them.
My thing is, I'll accept my kid to whatever their choices are.
Yep.
Whatever they're doing. If they come to me and say, okay, I want to be a woman, I have these feelings, they're still a child, I'll accept that. And we'll go to counseling and figure out what's going on. The only part that I'm not on board with is making surgeries.
Immediately to
make these changes chemicals. Because their body is still developing.
I mean, how many times have you thought something as an adult and go, I think I need to do this? And
Look,
then
I thought I wanted to be a podcast.
Like, nah.
I thought I want to be a podcast personality.
Dude,
look at you now. Look at you.
Those dreams are gone.
Yeah. I don't know about that.
But we're rolling, bro.
This is my plea to parents. Okay, talk to your kids. Okay, be understanding. Don't downplay and belittle them if they will tell you something like that.
Build a relationship.
To them. Build a relationship. Support them. Be cautious of the medical profession. Be cautious of providing chemicals to your child. Be cautious of having surgeries to a young child. If when they become adults, they decide to do those things, that's on them. But as a parent, you will never get the opportunity back, and you will regret agreeing to that when they come and ask you, say, why did you allow me to do that? You were the parent, you're the guardian. Yep. There's plenty of time in life. Life is long. Life is full of challenges. Life is difficult, okay? And all we can do is support our kids. If you choose to disown a child because they come to you, shame on you. And
shame.
Nah, you should never do that.
You should never do
unless
that.
My child comes up and is an Ole Miss fan or Tennessee fan.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Or Alabama.
Other than them two, I mean, I would never disown my child.
Or Michigan fan.
100%
Yeah, no Michigan fans up here.
Well,
who cares about Michigan?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Nobody cares about
That's
Michigan.
an Ohio State guy. He's stuck in the north.
But there's zero reason to push your child away.
All right, I'm going to throw one comment out there.
Gary, you're king of the north.
Everybody needs to trust their medical profession. You know, the person they take their children to the doctor or whatnot. But they also have to be cautious, too, because
it's a money grab.
A business. It 100%. Is a business, regardless of how you look at it.
And business is good.
Business is good.
Business is good.
So talking about kids and like just not even like gender change or anything like that. So you're a single kid parent.
Single dad, my wife might be a
you are now? You're single?
His only child.
So what I'm saying is Terry has one kid.
Are we in a bachelor pad now?
So I have a couple. Gary has a whole lot, and Jamie has a whole lot, right?
We got a bunch of kids.
And his angel baby just turned 5.
But think about something as simple as, like, how different are each of your kids?
Oh, vastly different.
Dude, I have 2. I have 2, and my 2 kids are, like,
night and day.
They're so different. So, I mean, even raising them from that standpoint is tough. Would y'all agree with that, people that have more than one kid? Like, I mean, even Terry raising one.
Yeah,
he changes on a daily basis.
On a daily
second.
Dude, kids have such different personalities.
Oh,
They
man.
do.
They do.
Did you see the whole? You know that guy that does all the takes on the SEC?
Yeah,
He-
SEC. Yeah, he's
That's
great.
He
He's
did the
short.
little Debbie cakes for the SEC.
No, he's talking about the Southern guy.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that's-
love him. I like him better.
Yeah, he talked about Arkansas being the
Yeah,
Swiss
Arkansas
rolls.
was like Swiss roll. He said
The
it
Swiss
starts out
rolls
good,
He said it starts out really good and it falls apart at the end.
fall straight apart.
Talking about Arkansas and the Swiss cake. We were at Swiss cake.
yeah,
Right? Yeah.
Everybody likes Swiss cake
I
roll.
love. That's always been my favorite Swiss cake. All right. I didn't even know this was going on. U.S. Supreme Court rebuffs fetal personhood appeal. The U.S. Supreme Court on Tuesday declined to decide whether fetuses are entitled to constitutional rights in light of its June ruling overturning the Roe v. Wade decision that had legalized abortion nationwide. The justices turned away an appeal by a Catholic group and two women of a lower court's ruling against their challenge to a 2019 Rhode Island law that codified the right to abortion in line with the Roe precedent. So the two women pregnant at the time when the case was filed, sued on behalf of their fetuses and later gave birth. The Rhode Island Supreme Court decided that fetuses lacked the proper legal standing to bring the suits.
Dude, I'm so confused.
Okay, so they're trying to define when does a fetus have human rights?
Yeah, so actually it's kind of interesting. They were trying to actually prove that
Like,
by
but we're talking
bringing
about like court rights.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
but any person has rights. So if their fetus had a right to sue, then it would set a precedent moving forward that fetuses were allowed.
All right, so let me ask you this:
Wow, that's deep,
So let me
guys.
ask you this: can an infant sue you?
Well, that's
Or
what
can,
that's-
hold on,
an
can
infant, yes.
Can an infant
Sure,
sue you, or can
yes.
an infant's parents sue you?
Either one.
They're on be-
Yeah,
it's
if
on
it can
behalf.
sue you, but it'd be on behalf of the
On
parents.
behalf.
Or the parents sue on behalf of
The infant.
Yeah.
So I think it's the same.
Well, here's where I think.
So
Yeah.
they've
You can
almost,
go, you
they've
can go.
almost painted themselves into a corner with
'Cause, like,
repealing
they're-
Roe v. Wade. You if you recognize a fetus as
So
a
they're
person,
saying the fetus has a right to sue.
no, they're saying it doesn't.
Oh, it doesn't.
It
They're
does
saying it
not.
doesn't.
Or no, they refuse to judge on it.
because
Okay,
the
but-
argument is they're trying to make that
They're trying to
fetus-
set the precedent.
Yes,
But
they're-
so my thing is, a fetus can't sue you. A parent of a fetus can, right?
Well,
An
but that's what
infant
their
can't
argument
sue
is.
You. A parent of an infant can.
Well, a lawyer
A
can
child
sue
can't
anybody.
sue you, but a
So should you,
You know
be
what
able
I'm
to file
saying?
taxes on an unborn child? I think so.
what do you mean, like a
Like if you're pregnant.
Didn't
you
Georgia
lose-
pass that law?
so you lose the baby,
Someone
or like
did.
it's just
No.
not born
No,
yet?
no, just like because you have extra medical costs and all this.
so
you-
today,
associated with being pregnant.
the day the
Why
child
not?
is
That
born,
seems reasonable.
but the
Yes.
day the child is born, you can then file them on your taxes as a dependent. And what Jamie's saying, and some state I believe did that,
That's a reasonable argument.
could say that actually I get to charge
Yeah.
the previous.
I think
year.
you should because I mean look at my
think so.
wife. She has.
Here we go again.
Here we go. My wife, she has hyperemesis. So when she gets pregnant, she's
Has what?
Hyperemesis. So when she gets pregnant, she has
Big head babies.
no, she does.
Y'all
have
do
that as
have
well.
big head babies,
but she
man.
has morning sickness all the time. She's completely sick.
So she
sick
feels
all the
like
time.
crap.
Feels
for
like
9
crap.
months.
The entire time she's pregnant, she's in the hospital, in and out all the time, and we
Yeah.
have to pay that. That's not part of the childbirth. So why don't I get to claim? Hey, this baby caused
But
me
it-
a lot of medical
You
bills.
change
But did the baby
It's the same
cause the
thing.
medical bill? So the mother of the baby caused the medical bill.
I mean, obviously,
But you get to file your
Well, I mean,
medical
with-
on your taxes.
So
Only if
without
it's
the
over, like,
baby,
only if it's over
$12,000.
like $12,000, Jamie.
Yep.
so without the baby though,
Jamie
the
been
mother
charging
has
all
no
his
fault.
money.
Jamie tried to
Yeah.
charge everything.
I think I'm for the mom and the family being able to write off
Yeah, I agree.
a baby
Well,
while you're pregnant. right?
neonatal care. I mean, you're
Oh, it's expensive, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there are
now.
things
Now,
that change.
do you
right?
make it where the baby has to come to term before you can file it?
But then you gotta file. You gotta determine what's
Because then you'll have an issue with
to term, right?
Well, actually, you would have to keep your receipts and everything else, just like anything else you file.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's fair
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah,
if you
I
want to go
agree.
through the process of keeping, hey, I bought this, and this while I was pregnant, you should be able to write that off. That's fair
I agree.
enough.
It's you're feeding an extra mouth.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
But America's biggest riddle right now is when does life begin?
I don't want to answer that.
I mean,
Only
that's a
God
tough one,
knows
right?
that.
That's a tough one.
It is, and
'Cause I think
and that answer, if we can get to an answer on
So
that, that'll cause
what comes to your mind at first, like at conception, right?
That's
That's what you've been
I'm the most conservative group. I say at conception.
at conception.
That's me.
I say life don't begin to you're like in your late teens.
See,
Jamie
we
would
talked
take-
about this that night. You're
Jamie
becoming
would
liberal.
take your 10-year-old
You
and
are
like you
becoming
could
liberal.
send him to the
I'm
guillotine.
120 mother,
You're
120
becoming
mother.
a
You're
liberal.
the opposite of Tulsi Gabbard.
No, he may be like in line with her.
No,
If
I
you're-
mean, I'm not.
Stop trying to impress her.
If you're Jamie's kid, don't mess up at 30
She's
years
not
old.
listening.
You get
She's
the
not
axe.
listening, Jamie.
180-month abortion.
Hell,
Have
they
you
should only be
aborted,
protected
dadgummit?
until they're 30. A 30-year-old, you should be able to take them out without penalty. So, in Alabama, a botched execution lasted
Alabama.
90 minutes.
How do you botch an execution?
Did the
Alabama inmates survived torture and lawsuits.
He survived?
But
So if you survive, you're free.
actually, that's
Yes,
true.
you're
Are you free?
Yes.
An Alabama
Yeah.
inmate on death row survived a botched execution lasting 90 minutes as prison workers unsuccessfully searched for his veins,
Nah.
according to a federal lawsuit. In late September, a knock on the window
Okay, so-
bordering the
The
execution
botch.
chamber ended the lethal injection attempt before Alan Miller was left alone for 20 minutes, hanging vertically on a gurney with needle puncture
Okay,
wounds.
so this guy was basically made himself obese.
Is that what happened?
I think what happened was he accepted lethal injection. He made himself obese because it makes it hard to find a vein. Now I don't know that he did it intentionally, but I believe that's the story. And then they couldn't find a vein.
Merc.
Now I don't think that's the same as a failed attempt to
He
put
didn't
you
die.
down, right?
He didn't die.
not die.
He didn't die.
No, he
So
didn't.
it is a failed attempt.
So by
He's free now,
By
right?
law, is he free?
You know what? As bad as it sounds, I think
Because if you go sit in an electric chair and they fry the crap out of you and
It
they
doesn't
stop,
say
and
what
then
he
by
did.
some chance
Here
you
it is.
live, you're released.
technically you were put to death. If it failed, you've served your term, right?
That was your death date.
So what
right?
if they kill you? You're dead. They
Look.
pronounce you dead, and then you come back.
Okay,
Are you
so-
free?
Yeah,
So-
you should be. You've already served your sentence.
You
so
did
the
die.
guy,
I think we should say
They
this for
did-
the Halloween episode.
That's deep right there.
Ooh.
That's deep.
Halloween episode.
So in Alabama, you can vote to die via nitrogen asphyxiation.
Some of these guys can pick the way
Yeah,
that
this
they
was
die,
one.
right?
I don't want to do that.
I'd never heard
but
of this.
nitrogen, it was
asphyxiation.
new.
Yeah,
It was new.
but they lost its form.
They did
lost
lose
it.
his
So,
form.
so you essentially want to,
Y'all don't
drown,
remember this, but
essentially. had no air.
I sent y'all this article months ago.
Oh, we don't read your articles.
I don't read your
I
articles.
don't read
either.
y'all's either. We're terrible
Look.
people.
What do y'all think about the rocket man of North Korea blasting all these
I ain't heard about it.
interballistic missiles across Japan?
How recent is this?
Like the last 7 days.
He's still he started back.
He started sending intercontinental missiles.
Is Dennis
across-
Over
Rodman
Japan,
there?
I'm going to tell you what. Don't piss off Japan.
They don't even have a military
I was
or a
gonna say,
navy.
why?
Why?
Well, they do, but it's
No,
It's
I
us.
thought they did not.
it's
Don't piss off Japan.
They got the best navy in the world.
They do. It's
They
us.
do.
Yeah.
So is South Korea.
But that would be like one of your buddies. You beat them almost to death.
It's
And-
basically Gary.
who beat Gary to death.
All of us.
Oh, growing up,
Never laid a
do
hand
you,
on you.
do you remember?
Dude, get
that
outta
is
here.
a lie. Do you remember putting Thousand Island dressing down my pants, Jamie? I do.
I do. And
do.
pickles.
That could be considered.
It was hazing. It was-
Gender modification.
No, it was hazing.
So are you doing a Me Too moment?
I am.
we turned your junk into a Big Mac.
You go to basketball practice and your coach asks you why you smell like a Big Mac. Big Mac.
Why was your coach smelling that close to your crotch?
Because you poured a whole bottle down my pants, Jamie, and I'm sweating.
No, man, Jamie, we can't even go into the story.
No.
No, you can't. No, you can't.
Oh man.
You poured.
Were we bullies?
You guys were
I
bullies.
was a bully.
I remember one time I remember.
But we didn't let Gary be bullied.
No, we tried to attack you guys one time. Me and the literal ones.
How'd that go?
It didn't go well.
All right,
All right,
then.
I got another story for you guys. So, Who's Jamie's favorite rap artist?
Me,
Female.
Female. Oh, yeah.
Gary.
Lizzo.
Lizzo. He loves to talk Lizzo.
He loves Lizzo. And she can play flute, too.
Lizzo has been
Can't play
criticized lately that she makes music for a white audience. I would say that's true. Jamie loves
Jamie
some Lizzo.
loves some Lizzo.
She's addressing controversies and criticism she faces as she blazes her own path to musical stardom.
How though? How can you argue that? Jamie, what's a Lizzo song that
Look, if
is, like,
anybody's going to use
promoted to white women? Doesn't
Yeah,
she have the "Flip Your Hair" song?
or
Like,
the
I don't know a single song.
he talking about-
that first one's really good.
She talked
Something
about,
about some
I'm
sentimental.
100% that B.
I have no idea.
she talked about Minnesota Vikings.
There's something about some sentimental.
But when she played,
Is that the
whose
chick that
flute did
says-
she play?
Thomas
no,
Madison.
don't nobody know.
Thomas Madison.
John Madison.
John Adams?
Madison.
Thomas Madison?
John Madison's flute.
John
John-
Madison is
John
not
Adams,
a person.
George Washington. Jamie says she shouldn't have been
John
able to play
Adams.
the flute. I said I don't care. She played it good.
She played good. I'm not.
All right, so
but
doesn't
only
she-
white people even know about this flute.
doesn't she sing that
It's
song
a crystal flute.
about get your nails done, flip your hair?
Yeah. I'm a James Madison's flute.
James. I said James Madison.
You did.
I thought I said.
That's a
No,
pretty
he's
You
Joe
said
Madison.
James Madison's not a person.
Okay, I'll edit
That-
that.
You said Samuel Adams.
He's a person too.
A lot of people got caught up in that other Madison thing a long time ago, a few years back.
Tony.
What was that called?
I was aware of some local people that get caught up on that.
They got snatched up in the Madison scandal. What was it called?
Ashley.
Oh,
Ashley
Ashley
Madison.
Madison.
That's what it was.
But so
Jamie, you avoided that, and I'm proud of you. You could have easily been sucked into that email
Jamie
or
sowed
whatever.
his wild oats before he met his wife.
I'm
that's
too,
right. I mean,
my wife knows I'm too cheap.
You
never
too cheap
paid
to
membership.
sign up.
You never paid
I ain't
membership.
paying nothing.
Paying them nothing.
Not to mention, I love my wife very much, but I'm
So-
also too cheap. She knows that.
Yeah.
so what defines as a gearing towards a wide audience or whatever? I mean,
I guess if you play James Madison's crystal flute, that's,
Okay.
You can do anything.
You can do anything.
so I mean, what would people prefer her to do?
I don't know, but
I mean, honestly, doesn't she make pretty entertaining music?
She does.
actually,
like-
I like her
I
music.
don't know a lot of her songs. I
No,
don't know her
like
songs.
so I've heard a couple of
Oh,
them.
there's
and, like,
one you'll know.
You can vibe to
I
them.
know one about something about a sentimental man and woman.
Minimal.
I'm 100%.
I thought she was saying cinnamon for a long
Cinnamon.
time. Because I just looking at her, I assumed she was talking about cinnamon rolls or something.
Or Cinnamon
I'm
Toast Crunch.
dead.
I love Cinnamon Toast
How
Crunch.
she spell it?
L-I-Z-Z-O.
Hello?
Okay, I got it. I'm gonna see if she sings it.
About damn time. Yeah.
Yeah,
Truth
that's good.
Hurts. Truth Hurts the one I was thinking about. You'd know it if you heard it. It's
She looks like a melted Hershey Kiss.
Yeah, so she sings that. She sings that
You'll
song.
probably do that.
She sings
one.
that
No,
song.
I'll leave that one.
She sings that song "Good as Hell." That's a good song.
I have no idea what you're talking
That's
about.
something like "Get my hair done, flip my something."
No, that's the
Nails
Truth
done,
Hurts.
flip
That's
my
the
hair.
Truth Hurts. That's
That
Truth
song?
Hurts. Yeah, yeah.
And
How you,
Minnesota Vikings.
ladies, how you
Does
feeling?
it come
feeling
on
good
Jamie
as
Johnson
hell?
radio?
No, it does not.
Okay.
That's "Living in Color."
Yeah, you're right. There's a Truth Hurts. There's Good as Hell.
Why are they-
Actually, I like her music.
That's some good songs. Yeah.
But it's basically haters. And when people have success,
People hate.
I'm making
7%.
Yeah.
Like we made a podcast for 85%, but only like 0.5% listen right now. But that's going to change
It's going to
That's
change.
I
when
mean,
we go
you
live
know,
on YouTube.
there's nothing wrong with not wanting to have niche music or whatever. I mean, the point of it is to sell songs.
I don't
Look,
even think.
She's successful.
I don't even think it's that.
Look,
She's
John
successful.
Mayer makes music for white people.
Oh, yeah. It's
Yeah,
terrible.
Exactly.
There
I,
is-
I don't know that there's been a new
Blu-
John Mayer
Blu-
song.
Bublé. Michael Bublé
I'm
makes
not-
music for white people. Lizzo makes music
Back
for
to
the
John
people.
Mayer. I hate
I'm gonna
John
defend
Mayer.
Lizzo.
You hate John Mayer?
I love
I like John
He's
Mayer.
good.
He said your body is a wonderland 40 times in a song and it became a hit.
It is. Your body's
is
a
a
wonderland.
wonderland.
Yeah.
And
And
that's
it went over and over and over. I
Yeah,
think this is the dumbest song ever.
He wants to use his hands. You know the ultimate albums
Well, I'm
that
going to say your body's a vigilant. How
Dave
about
Matthews Band.
That is a white album.
The
That is
album with
white.
Crash
That's white
Into Me
music.
on it.
Oh, that is such white
That's
music.
an excellent song.
What's that?
Crash Into Me, Dave Matthews Band.
White music.
Terrible dumb.
No, I don't-
Terrible.
I love it. It's good. No, I don't
Hike
really
up
love
your
it. I
skirt
never
a
liked
little
Dave
more.
Matthews.
Never heard of it.
Show your world to me.
I'll tell you who's
Terrible.
good though.
Who's good?
Jamie, that'd be you in a kilt. That's what I'd say to you if you wore a kilt.
What's the guy with whose music we use?
Marty Ray.
Marty
What
Marty
the-
Ray.
Marty
Marty
Ray,
Ray, man, he
It's
hanging out
good.
with Vanilla
Dude,
Ice and
have
people.
you seen her list of his sit
He's
on the dock of
booming,
the
dog.
bay?
Yes.
Go to YouTube and listen to
It's great.
Yeah.
We'll do straight up a Marty Ray show.
I want to interview Alex.
like,
I want to interview Gary, and I want to interview Gary.
100%.
Give me another bottle. You may get poppins.
That's my goal.
Woo,
before Thanksgiving, I'm going to interview Gary.
Gary.
Yeah,
Y'all don't even know. Nashville knows about him.
Golly.
Nashville knows about Gary.
They do
What
know
else we
about
got to talk
Gary.
about tonight? We're getting about an hour into this. Are we about ready to call it a night?
We've been
All right. So, look, I got a question for
Let's
you.
listen to the sound.
Have you guys heard?
Ooh, I hear the Woodford.
Did you guys hear about the military? They had not one
heard of it.
branch.
I heard about them before.
I heard they didn't make their numbers.
Not one branch made their numbers.
Why
Like
is that,
recruitment?
T? I have no
Recruitment.
clue.
Well, you
Why
know,
is that? I have no clue why that would occur.
Well, they have went hardcore woke. I didn't know that.
I did hear that too.
I mean, let's be honest. I
But is that really the reason?
no.
I'm not so sure it is. I think we have
So,
a real problem.
Look, honestly, man,
Hold
there is a softening. This happens. There's a trend, right? There's a trend of America going soft and hard, soft and hard, soft and hard. I mean,
That's the story of my life.
no, but seriously,
One branch hit their
it's
numbers.
based on
Coast Guard
fighting, right?
The-
Dude, think about-
Space Force.
No.
So look, think about this. Doug,
G.I. Joe. No.
Doug Manchester,
Mm-hmm.
rest his soul.
Rest of
How tough was he?
tough as nails.
Toughest dude you ever know. What did he fight in?
Korea.
Korea. You know, and then the guys that fought in Vietnam,
Dude,
they fought in war-specific areas.
But now we
right?
have people who are concerned because they
So you
are
get these
offended
guys
and
where-
butthurt because you didn't use the proper pronoun.
Look, what's the
Those
quote?
people aren't going to
Dude,
war.
my
Good
grandpa,
times build soft men, right? Hard times build tough.
So we need
truth.
hard time.
Can I ask?
Yeah, we do need
Maybe
hard times.
we're
Can I-
coming to them.
Can I ask the question? It's almost
Ask.
rhetorical. All right.
Yep.
This is what the problem is. Kids are being raised right now that America is horrible.
Yes.
Okay.
not,
So
dude.
why would you want to go serve your country
And
if your
risk your
country's
life.
and risk your life
Dude,
if your country's
I don't know
horrible?
about y'all. I mean, like all three. Well, not me really necessarily my oldest, but my two youngest. Like they love the American flag. They anything that's American
Sam
flag.
loves
they-
American
yeah.
flag.
And that makes my heart smile. And I'll tell you what, my grandfather, Grandpa Fortenberry, you talk about Manchester.
It almost sounds mythical, Grandpa Fort.
Yeah,
Grandpa
Grandpa
Fortenberry.
He was on the second wave of on D-Day.
Nice.
He was.
Thank you, Papa.
Thank you,
Fortenberry.
Papa.
He was at
Fortenberry.
Bastogne. He was. I can't remember where else he was. He was in several hot spots. I mean, but he was in Battle of the Bulge, second wave of Doomsday of.
Oh, so he
D-Day.
got forced to be a man,
Yeah.
and he probably was before
Wait,
he
Do you know
went.
how
He grew up
terrible?
But
you don't have a
Do you know how
choice.
But you know
terrible
what?
that experience had
Well, he
to
went
be?
through all that. Then he went home, raised a family, was successful, and lived his
100%.
life.
Well, that was the easy part right there.
Yeah, but I'm just thinking the mental fortitude to go through the Great
All that.
Depression, then go through the bloodiest war that's been in the last.
But you hadn't been made soft by other stuff.
And we are get angered because you don't call me by the proper pronoun.
Exactly.
I mean, this man
You need a safe space
he
at a college
retired
campus.
and he went and put up flag posts for people. I mean,
yeah,
just,
because he was a patriot.
yeah.
Right?
But I mean, yeah, well, you just don't
And
have
like
that.
the patriot's not an extreme thing. Like it's just
And I don't,
loving your country.
I
loving
don't
where you're
blame
from.
them.
But do you really love your country or you love the people in your country? The
Listen,
problem we have
how-
right now.
I love my country.
So-
I will not lie.
So where people are at fault is they've never been anywhere else.
Yeah.
If you have ever been to a
Yeah.
Middle Eastern
If you think
country, if you
America's
have ever
racist-
been to a damn near about anywhere else, and you can sit back and say, okay, we don't live
There's a
in
reason.
a country that allows me to have freedom to make my choices, you've never been in their life of freedom to make your own choices. We talked about changing the sex of your children, to changing what you are. Dude,
We
a lot of
could
countries won't let you do that mess.
All right. I'm
That's true.
Look,
So,
I'll tell you this.
but you hate this country. Like, why? You have so many
So-
freedoms and
Because you're
choices
all racist.
that you
So let me say
do
this.
not know you have.
Shout out to Wes Fortenberry. He told me something one day.
What,
that,
what, Wes? There you go.
What
He
up,
told me
Wes? I know
something.
he listens.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
let's
We
give a
like
shout out to
Wes.
Wes.
He told me something one day that I've never heard him say, but when he said it, it really spoke volumes to me. Talking about Grandpa Fortenberry. He said he had grown up, he had a phrase, what would Grandpa do? And it really,
Wow.
it hit me. I was like, you know what? That's a different
He wasn't talking
generation.
about Grandpa Doug.
Well, I mean, he was talking about Grandpa Fortenberry, but I mean, Grandpa Doug would be the
He
same
was
boat.
cut from the same cloth.
Yeah, I mean, they grew up on farms. They grew up poor. They went and fought for the country. They came home. They raised families,
and they lived good lives.
yeah, with what was given to them, and they didn't bitch about it. They didn't complain. They just rolled with what they had, and you made it or you didn't.
I mean, my dad didn't serve in the military, but he's in the same boat.
No, your dad's the exact same
He's
thing.
cut from the same exact cloth. And there are people that didn't do the military thing, and they're still cut from the same exact cloth. Like, they work hard, they do what they're
Your
supposed
dad's
to
a
do.
patriot because your dad went up every morning,
Every single
went
day.
to work. He wasn't a worker. He was a producer.
The United States,
100%.
Yeah.
the United States is the greatest republic ever in the history of mankind.
I'm going to ask another question.
We are not a democracy.
No.
So
We are a republic.
Here's my other question: could we have this podcast in any other country?
There are a lot of places where you can't say
We
whatever you
couldn't
want
talk
to say.
about Tulsi Gabbard. We couldn't
Exactly.
criticize the media or the government.
Middle East who couldn't drink.
We couldn't
Nope,
talk about
couldn't
Joe
drink.
Biden putting his pants on backwards.
No,
that would be a big
most
no.
places.
Could you do this in Russia? Could we talk about Vladimir Putin in Russia right now? About
F.
talk-
Vladimir Putin. I said it here, and if
Look,
we get banned for it,
take a
F him.
trip. Take a trip to a country that the U.S. considers friendly. Jordan. I've been there, right? It's not a crazy place. Your life's not threatened as long as you
Dude,
stay where you're supposed to be.
DW vacation in
The
Jordan. That's a bad place to
political,
vacation.
the political views and stances are still so different than what we're used to.
Like, well, T doesn't have a daughter. The rest of us do.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
I couldn't
dude.
imagine knowing my daughter had restrictions on what she did. That would, as a father, that would eat at me.
Wow, let them be the best they can be and whatever they want to be.
Yeah, I mean, my daughter. I mean,
Yeah, but to say you can't do this simply because you're a woman, it's not fair.
And the people think that there's sexism, and there is sexism. There's
There
sexism
is.
everywhere. But I mean, my daughter has every opportunity my son has.
And more.
For the most part.
We're getting
yeah.
to a point where the women have more opportunity.
They do.
Well, men, straight white Christian men are pieces of shit. So
We are.
Did you teach your son that?
he knows.
Oh, here, no.
Yeah, he'll figure it out.
It'll fit in just fine, right?
I mean, yeah, he'll figure it out. We got laid out. We talked about last week.
Yeah, we haven't
Okay.
talked about
or
that
we
yet.
talked about today.
Listen, my
yesterday.
daughter's one of the 5.
That is correct.
If you remember the conversation we had on Saturday
he wasn't here.
evening,
He wasn't
no,
here.
I had a conversation individually
Prior
with
to.
his wife and
So-
daughter, and AB was all for it.
Oh, she's
She
all
was
for it.
just-
So, what's a better competition? What's a better stakes?
Well, look, she jumped
We-
at volleyball tryouts.
Don't tell him. Quit. Don't tell him.
She got you, dog.
Okay, that's fine. I got to do top 3. Is all I got to do.
It's always got.
We need to pick two more, and you pick one.
You get to pick.
I got one more too. That would be a fair competition for Jamie. I'll tell
Yeah.
y'all after.
Okay, tell us.
Okay.
After.
So, what would be better? Y'all pick my pronouns. If I lose, if I don't finish a 4 down,
Pick your pronouns.
Yes,
That was
yes,
what-
that's what we were
I
talking
do.
about.
I think if I win, Gary has to get his back waxed.
Ooh, I like that.
A lot of people will like that. My wife would probably like that too.
You
I
might
think you got to
actually
get.
have-
Dude, you're such a titty baby.
I know.
Really, I think what we need to do. I think we need to do.
But who gets to do the wax?
vegetable.
Autumn.
It's gotta be
Yeah,
vegetable.
it's got to be.
Autumn.
But if I lose,
I'll check with Autumn.
I do waxing.
You do
I
waxing
got
as
to lay
well.
his back here though.
But you got to get the chest wax. The
Oh,
beard.
you-
Oh
So
no, I am
Jamie
not
would-
doing the chest.
So,
Jamie-
hold on. We got to commit.
Jamie
here.
has
So,
to shave
is
his
it
beard.
Top
no,
three?
I'm not
No.
shaving my beard.
Jamie-
We're not shaving my beard.
Jamie says we agreed to top 3. Is it top 3? That seems
we go back
liberal.
and, we go back and listen to it because there's 6. There's
Oh, I
six-
heard it. It
there's
said
six-
top 3.
It said top 3.
So you
6
got to finish in the half.
in the
So
top
he,
3.
So he already figures. Now he's hoping he can beat one of those other 3 girls.
He's still got one
Yeah.
pick out there. I know he's
But
gonna.
we'll see. Here's what I'm thinking.
But there's a cumulative score overall.
So I think what we
competition.
do is we take it. Whoever finishes first gets 5 points.
Yeah,
4
we'll make a
points,
Yeah.
point system.
and then wherever I
Each
fall,
one,
yeah.
kind of like the world's strongest man, but against teenage
So
girls.
like
Boy,
it's
that
gonna be
sounds
hard.
terrible.
It's gonna be hard. for me.
Pre-teen or early teenage girls.
Like I should be able to beat. I should be able to win the javelin and the shot put, but my shoulder's my only concern.
I don't think you're with
Which shoulder's messed up?
Both of them, but
Are you losing? then?
I know, but the one I haven't had
See,
surgery
I think
with.
we should only do one javelin or shot put.
So what's the other?
I don't know. That's what we should talk about here.
So we're at
Bear crawl.
bear crawl,
We're at 40-yard dash.
40-yard dash,
Vertical.
vertical.
and the shot put.
Shot put.
Because I got a shot put. That's the only reason I
okay.
got shot put. What would be the fifth?
All right, the fifth one will be long jump. That's a pretty traditional thing. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
That's where you run and
Run in one single
or do you
bound.
high jump?
Long jump.
We don't have.
Long
I don't
jump.
think we have the poles to do long jump.
But we got to
So
get
long
sand pit long
jump-
jump. Because I break my
Yeah, we can
ankles
probably
laying
use the
doing
high school long jump.
Yeah.
pit.
it. Can't be triple
Look.
jump because I won't make it to the first jump.
You won't make it
Or
to the
second
fall
jump.
down.
Jamie roll an ankle on the
look,
first jump.
His vertical leap attempt nearly killed him. So
If I'll be real honest with you.
you were hurting.
I
weren't
was
you?
wanting to include pole vault, but I'm scared to death that
No, we ain't doing
Look,
that.
the girls
know you
are
don't
more
wanna
likely
do
to pole vault
burpees.
than you.
Yeah.
you know, I break this. I break.
Look,
the
you
pole.
can do long jump or like 15 burpees.
Hey,
Long jump, I
there's a
like it.
competition though they do with like it's not World's Strongest Man. It's the
They throw a keg over the wall. Let's do that.
no, it's where you do the exercises that are more like repetition. What is that called?
Yeah, like burpees or something like that.
What is
right?
that called? Let me get my phone. Hold on.
CrossFit?
CrossFit.
Yeah.
There's a CrossFit World competition. So we could like do it where you like have to bike like 3 miles. You have to. No, we're not.
And
Doing
it's like an overall time.
yeah.
Yeah.
I said let's go long jump.
So
Yeah,
what
I
we
think it
could
needs
do-
to be
Hold on.
spaced out
We
short
could-
competition.
We could do it like the triathlons, you know, where you swim across Terry's pool, come out, and ride around the block.
It's going.
Oh,
Nah,
we
I
could do
think
a
we
could do-
triathlon. Oh, we
think-
could do
yeah.
that.
I'm
we
for
could.
keeping it to 4 or 5
Yeah,
competitions.
5
I like a
competitions.
triathlon.
Let's
we
make
swim. We swim across Terry's pool back and forth.
Everybody starts at the same time.
Same time, you bike across the block, and then
No,
you
bike
run
all around the
Yeah.
North George, South George
Yep.
circle all the way back.
Yep.
And then you have to run.
You have to run.
the same lap.
Yep.
No.
The running got him. He was like, nah, bro.
I'm done.
I'm good for 40 yards.
Because
a
you're gonna finish
pentathlon.
5th.
All right, so we will. But look, you also
I might
need
not
to go
finish.
out Friday.
Might not.
Come Friday, we're going to pick the person who
We gotta
picked
pick
the
the
closest
people.
to the vertical leap of Jamie. Get out there and tell us how high you think he jumped.
Yeah, the video, whoever recorded video didn't do a great job, so it kind of like was. Oh, is that you
Why
too?
are you going at T?
Well, like there was moving around. You can't really see my
But
feet.
that's
or
the
anything.
purpose.
It don't matter. He didn't go very high.
You wanted to see your feet?
Well, you're asking people to guess the vertical.
We see the tape, man. It wasn't high.
A lot of people could guess the vertical, Jamie. They didn't have to see your feet to see it.
Man, they did a calculator, man.
All right,
All they need to know is that you know that. All right, are we done?
Yeah, we're done.
I think we're done.
Hey, look, go find us on all your local stations for podcasts.
Give us 5 stars. We need
5
some
stars.
comments.
We'll take 4 stars. We don't care. Give us some comments. Tell your friends about it.
Tell him. 4.5 stars.
Lifefromthepatio.com. We're going to be
Everybody.
at Hometown Showdown come Friday.
Yes.
A couple weeks from now, we're going to be at Esperanza Bonanza here in Crittenden County. And look, come to Kyle and Christmas
Yeah, come
Halloween
to
party.
come to Halloween party.
Come on down.
I'll tell you something else. Let's go find us on YouTube. We haven't really officially launched YouTube, but go ahead and start subscribing now. Track us down.
Track us down.
Track us
Bye.
down. Like the police would have tracked Jamie down at
That's right.
23.
And I'll beat all these junior high girls.
Lies.
Outlaw.
Outlaw.